Welcome to First South Financial, where you're banking with friends. This is your Friends and Finances podcast. My name is Maria McLendon, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for First South, and I'm joined today by Dr. Craig Esrael, President and CEO of First South, and my very dear friend.
Hello.
Hello, my friend.
It's always a pleasure working for you.
Working with you.
You mean working with you? Yeah.
Well, Dr. C, my first question for you. So banking with friends has been a tagline for First South for many, many years. Can you talk to us a little bit about where that tagline started and how it has evolved?
Sure. You know, it's something that's really sincere and fundamental to who we are. You know, banking with friends, it's not just words. Right. It's really how we look at each other. We look at each other as friends. We look at our members as friends. And what would you do for a friend, you know? And I think, it's been part of our culture for so long because, it is fundamental, but also because we're a mutual organization. And ironically, our friends, our members are our owners. So, we've got kind of a triple responsibility to taking extra good care of them, to make sure that
it's a layered level of service.
Yeah.
We have a responsibility to our members.
It is. And I think too that there's an ethical component that comes with that, we've got banking with friends where you're going to be good to a friend, you're going to be honest. And I think a lot of that is that ethical foundation that we're talking about. And ethics are a real part of our brand and a real part of our history.
Yeah. Well, you've said so many things there that I kind of want to unpack that are related to the Banking with Friends tagline. So first of all, you mentioned the Banking with Friends is a way that we treat people, right? So it is part of our service delivery mission. So that's actually spelled out a little bit in our core values, which include values of service, include values of making people's lives better, include helping people to find a path to yes. It's part of that service delivery. And then you talk specifically about ethics and how vitally important that is for a financial institution. And to that end, one of our core values is strength and stability, which is significantly important for a financial institution. But why would that matter to me as a customer, as a member, as a prospect who's looking at First South over another financial institution? Why does that matter?
I think it's a great question. And it's almost not even become a question anymore. And I think it should be. I think consumers, members should always ask that question, how strong are you? And I think the deposit insurance system has played a role in making people not be that concerned, but they still should be. They should be because deposit insurance goes up to $250,000, which is a lot of money. But on the other hand, if an institution is troubled and fails, you've got deposit insurance, but it may take a while to get your money. And if that's highly unlikely with any banking institution. But I think too, you want to know that the institution that you're banking with, that you're trusting your finances with, is financially sound. If they can't run their own business, how can they handle yours?
And do you think too that there's a bit of an assumption that is made that if you've got a brick and mortar facility or you put a shingle out that says you're XYZ financial institution, there's an assumption that it's safe and sound, but that's not the reality, is it?
Well, it's not always, but it typically is. And, regardless of what type of financial institution you are, you're under pretty tight scrutiny. We're examined regularly by either the state or the federal examiners. And, I know we have federal insurance. We're examined by the federal examiners, and they don't leave a stone unturned. So I think the viewers should rest easy knowing that regardless of what type of financial institution, whether you're a bank or a credit union, fintechs are the exception. But if you're a bank or a credit union and you've got federal deposit insurance, trust me, you've been scrutinized. This thing keeps getting in the way.
I know.
I've got to stop talking with my hands.
There's a boob on the set.
Got it. But you should be concerned.
It's not actually a boom. Those are the ones that come from the sky.
Okay. All I know is I never realized how much I talk with my hands.
I think that's okay. You're very expressive.
I guess. I'm going to put my hands down here so I stop hitting the microphone. But anyway, people should be concerned with it. And, again, it's part of just normal due diligence. And that information is available to any bank depositor, credit union depositor in the nation. And you can find it online as well. So you should be interested, and you should find yourself assured. And while we're on that topic, please pay attention to our rankings, because we are always ranked very, very high on the strength and stability side. We measure that by capital. I already broke my promise. We're measured by our capital primarily as our indicator of strength. And we're in the top 1% in the nation based on strength and stability.
And that's 1% of all financial institutions.
All financial institutions.
Banks and credit
Yes.
unions.
And if you're banking with friends, wouldn't you want to be in the top 1%? You owe it to your friends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and then speaking of which, so the way that kind of translates to how that strength and stability delivers direct value to our members. So because we have that strength and stability, that significant sum of capital that keeps us shored up, we are able to offer best in market rates on deposit products. We're able to offer best in market rates on loan products because we have that security behind us. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah. And kind of the ticket to our strength and stability is beneficiency. We're also noted as one of the most efficient financial institutions in the nation. And again, we owe that to our members. We're banking with friends.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we don't want to waste any of their precious resources.
Absolutely. Absolutely so.
So we've done this, I think, already, but if you could kind of sum up the key differences between First South as a credit union versus other financial institutions, why would a member choose us over all of the different options that are available to them?
Sure. I think aside from the obvious, we all want to maximize our deposit returns and minimize what we pay on loans and get the most value in our household as we can. So I think that's part of it. But let's say everything else was equal. We're a mutual organization. We're owned by our members. And I would think anybody would like the idea of saying, you know what? I bank there, but I own that place. And this guy that I hear in this podcast, he works for me, and frankly, whether they've got $25 or $2.5 million, I'm working for them.
Yeah.
And I never forget that.
And I think that, not just you, I think that translates across the entire organization. We do treat our members as if they're our friends, which is why on a regular basis, we go the extra mile to do what they need, to find ways to deliver deliver on their needs.
Yeah. Well, and it's our tagline, but sometimes, Maria, I think we treat our members better than our friends.
Well,
They're our best friends.
That indeed. I treat my friends pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I try to too, but I think our members are at a higher standard.
Yeah.
I think they're our best friends. Banking with our best friends.
BFFs.
Yep.
I don't know what those acronyms. Banking for friends forever. BFFF. Banking with friends forever.
We can run with that.
So, if you want to experience what it's like to bank with friends, please visit firstsouth.com. Give us a call at 901-380-7400, or just come on in to any of our First South Banking Center locations and experience for yourself what it's like to be banking with friends. Anything that you want to add, Dr. C, before we say see you later?
No, as you're talking about going into our locations, don't forget we're available in every state with branch locations, and we have the best digital banking platform, bar none. So, I just had to throw that.
I'm so glad that you did, because it's true. I of course gave them our website and the phone number, but you can also chat with us via our mobile and digital banking platform, and because we have state-of-the-art digital banking platforms as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Friends in Finance podcast. I'm Maria McLendon. This has been Dr. Craig Israel, and we want you to subscribe, comment on this podcast. Let us know what you thought. Even if you thought we were goofy, that's okay. You can let us know. If there's anything else that you want to hear about, let us know. We'll gladly try to bring those podcasts to you. Like and then share. Tell your friends to watch us too. And then make sure you visit us to experience what it's like to be banking with friends at First South Financial.